Hello everyone, and welcome back to A Cup of Joe. It's your boy, JonahThing. We're back, day 3. Let's keep this going. I'm excited. I'm getting invested in the story, and I now know that other people are as well. So, even though it's something different for me to do, let's see how it goes. Alright. Right where we picked off. Picking up right where we left off. Oh yeah, I'll leave this here. I took the notepad out of my pocket and flipped through the pages. Written in the pages were our very own rules for living together in this dormitory. The rules on the pages were all just ordinary things, but it was almost as if we were sharing secrets, so I felt a tickling feeling. After closing the notepad, I put it down on the desk. Hearing a knock on the door, I went to open it. As promised, she had come to get me. The bath is ready, Miss Azuhao. You can go in ahead of me. Picking up the clothes I had prepared beforehand, I happened to notice that her clothes were wet. Thank you, but you can go first. You might catch a cold in those wet clothes. That's thoughtful of you, but I actually have something to do first. Something to do? Ah, you mean like homework? Well, something like that. Well, if you say so, I'll go first. I said this, not wanting to come off as overly persistent. Seeing this, she giggled. This feels so good. The moment I soaked myself in the bath, I let out a cry of joy without thinking. The temperature of the bath was just right and felt perfect. What's even better was the lavender scent coming from the bathtub. Loosening up my tired body in the hot bath, I reflected what had happened the day. That being said, most of what I remembered regarded Miss Sierrazawa. Miss Sierrazawa, she seems like a good person. From our conversations, she seemed to have a good personality. Beyond that, she was pretty and attentive. But she had asked me, what does it feel like to be in love? I tried to think about the questions she asked me in the classroom. Has she ever fallen for someone? Could that be why she asked? But wait, why did she kiss me? Again, I thought of her lips. It was my first kiss. What about her? Stop it. Oh well, about that kiss. I've decided not to worry about it anymore. For the following 3 weeks, we were going to live there, so if I was too conscious about it, it might be awkward. Then I forced myself to turn my mind to the job training I'd be doing from the next day. Suddenly, I hear a noise in the dressing room, and when I looked over, I could see a person's shadow moving. Miss Sierrazawa suddenly came into the bathroom. Miss Sierrazawa, is something wrong? I was shocked, but she seemed unfazed yet again. I mean, I guess we are living together, so it wouldn't be weird to share a bath, maybe. I tried to mask my shock with a smile. Oh, it's nothing. Are you sure? She cocked her head slightly, then went to the washing area, and she turned the shower faucet. I was able to make out her form showering. She had a better body than me, which made me jealous. Oh, speaking of which, Miss Azuho. What is it? As she suddenly started talking to me, my heart skipped a beat. Would she reveal she knew I had been watching her this whole time? But she didn't seem to have noticed, though, and I reached out for a bottle in front of the mirror. She continued talking. Feel free to use the body soap or anything in here if you need it. Just as long as you don't mind using the same things as me. Then she began washing her hair. Just then, the aroma came drifting over in the air, which I had smelled somewhere before. Ah, this smell. The smell was the same one I noticed when she kissed me. If I used her shampoo, I would obviously smell the same. Again, my pounding heart got louder. I couldn't focus on what she was saying. Come on, my heart, stop it. You seriously need to calm down. The sound of the shower stopped. I tried to see how things were going and found she was tracing her body with a sponge soaked in some body soap. The fluffy-looking bubbles covered her body. She kept rubbing her chest and belly softly with the sponge. Every time she rubbed, I could see her half-hidden skin behind the bubbles, and that was somehow seductive. Hold on. I'm watching her too much. I tried looking away from Miss Sierra many times. By the way, Miss Azuho. She suddenly talked to me, so I looked up. Yeah. There is a variety shop near this school. You can get all sorts of bath bombs and soaps there. I'm sure you'd like it. Oh, really? I want to go. Without realizing that I was watching her, she kept washing without hustle. I could see what she was doing over the mirror. Looking at her caused me to let out a sigh without realizing it. What a nice body Miss Sierra has. Which is to say, even as she is slimmer than me, her breasts are bigger than mine. She's the type that wears clothes that make her look slim? Is she? She has a great body and is also pretty. That's unfair, isn't it? I was trying not to stare at her, but I couldn't keep myself from doing it. Unexpectedly, our eyes met through the mirror. You've been acting differently. Is something wrong? Sorry, I didn't mean to stare at you like that. I thought she hadn't noticed that. Maybe I was so embarrassed and awkward that I'd apologize to her in a panic. I don't really care, actually. It might not have bothered her. I wasn't sure. She started showering. Due to the hot water in the shower, the bubbles were flowing away little by little. Miss Sierra, you have such a great body. No, not at all. Yes, I envy you. Everything is balanced and in proportion. If only I had a body like hers. Maybe I should go on a diet. Haha. No, you don't need it, Miss Izuho. She murmured to herself merrily as she enjoyed her shower. While I kept looking at her, leaning over the edge of the bathtub, I felt that I was losing consciousness. Miss Azuho? As I didn't answer her, she turned to look at me. I'm sorry. I just felt a bit out of it. Do you feel dizzy? No. I think I'm okay. Well then, that's good to hear. She rinsed the remaining bubbles away with the shower head. She then wringed out her wet hair softly, and, draining the liquid off her hair, walked up to the bathtub slowly. Miss Sierzawa's naked body came into my sight. What on earth? Oh. I jumped out from the bathtub. Huh? What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I stayed in the bath too long. I should get out now, okay? I hurried away from the bathroom. I couldn't stay that close to her any longer, or else I'd have definitely gotten dizzy. Man, what's wrong with me? I felt insecure when I was with her. I had been trying not to, but I couldn't stop thinking about her, no matter how hard I tried. Miss Sierzawa acts natural, but doesn't she care that she kissed me? That was another problem. I felt gloomy. Anyway, I wanted to get to bed early that night, so I picked up my folded pajamas from the clothes basket. I grabbed my pile of clothes, but some other clothes fluttered onto the floor. What is that? When I picked up the clothes falling on the floor, I almost yelled out loud. Isn't this Miss Sierzawa's lingerie? Alright. Whew, we made it this far. We can keep going. We got this. I've only ever seen such sexy lingerie online. Seriously, is this what she's wearing? I looked at Miss Sierzawa, who was soaking in the bathtub, beyond the glass door, stealthily. I don't have anything like this. Either it's common with students these days, or Miss Sierzawa is special. I wonder. I put the lingerie back without being noticed and exhaled a little. I returned to my room and finished preparing for the next day. The only things left to do were charging my smartphone and brushing my teeth. But before going to bed, I began to check my Twitter, connecting my smartphone to the charging cable. After all, I knew I had to end my day by looking at the drawings of Ima, my favorite illustrator. Ima had posted a new drawing on her timeline. Wow! I opened my eyes wide in astonishment. What? Seriously? A new post? It seemed to have been posted just a few minutes ago. I examined the drawing closely, sighing many times. Nothing beats Emma's drawings. How cute. She hadn't put out any new drawings recently, so I was worried that something might have happened to her. Some of her other fans had been expressing concern about her in their comments, and some had even speculated that she had given up drawing altogether. I was extra happy to see that she had updated her profile. I found something great. Awesome. I think I'll sleep well tonight. With a feeling of satisfaction and relief, I put down my phone slowly. I went down to the first floor with my toothbrush and toothpaste set. Walking through the living room, I noticed a smartphone left on the table. This must be Miss Sierzawa's. Did she forget to bring it with her? After hesitating for a moment, I headed towards her room, holding her phone. Miss Yarzawa's room was quite a ways away from my room. I stood in front of the door, thinking I would knock, but the door was slightly open. Miss Yarzawa, do you have a second? I asked, but there was no response. I peeked through the gap in the door, not trying to make any noise. I saw her sleeping, with her face down on her desk. She should sleep in bed. I entered her room, feeling a little embarrassed. Excuse me, Miss Yarzawa, but you shouldn't sleep here. I shook her gently. What? Let's go to bed, shall we? You'll catch a cold. Did I fall asleep here? Yeah. Can you stand? Thanks. I'm alright, she said, drowsily, and lifted her face and stood up slowly. At the moment, something on the desk came into view. That's a tablet, isn't it? On her desk, there was a somewhat large LCD tablet, and on the display was Emma's drawing, which I had just seen on Twitter. Sorry. What's going on? Why does Miss Yarzawa have Emma's drawing? Maybe she's also a fan of Emma? I mean, their names are the same, but... I thought so for a moment, but generally speaking, an LCD tablet is used by illustrators. In other words, this drawing was made by Miss Yarzawa? If so, then Miss Yarzawa must be the Emma herself. Huh? No way. It can't be true. But wait. Emma Yarzawa. So, Emma. Miss Izuho. Oh, huh? She had pushed me down onto the bed. Wait, Miss Yarzawa. I felt a soft and warm weight on top of me, and my voice cracked with emotion. Miss Izuho, you smell nice. Staring at me, she entwined her fingers with mine. Miss Yarzawa, excuse me, can you move away? Why? Why? I mean... Miss Izuho. Her beautiful face approached mine slowly. This was too close. Oh, my goodness. I immediately closed my eyes. The next moment... Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Bye.